Hi everybody, welcome to TVSpy. I'm Kevin Eck.
Hey, Stephanie Siegel. We're going to kick you off with our top three.
Yes, top three. The top story this week is Katie Corrado from WTIC, the Fox affiliate in Hartford. Was driving to a story about a woman who died in a food eating contest at a local college. Katie thought it'd be a good idea to put her phone on her dashboard, fire up Facebook Live, and report while she was driving.
Facebook Living and driving.
Not a good combination.
Not a good idea. That is our PSA
this
week. And I think Kevin made a good point before the show. We're not calling you out.
Right. I was a little afraid to put the story up because I didn't want to call Katie out, make it look like I was picking on her.
Yeah. So Katie, if you're watching, this is not to humiliate you in any way.
Right.
We just want people to realize that there are some boundaries. There has to be some boundaries when it comes to safety and doing these sorts of like mobile reporting or whatever you want to call it.
I spoke to Tribune, who spoke to the station. They were great about it. They said, and their quote is, "The safety of our employees is always a top priority. We have spoken with the reporter, communicated to all managers, and we will also be speaking with the staff to reinforce the safety issue on a consistent basis." So.
Yeah, and I like the tone of that. It wasn't like, you're going to get fired.
Yes.
Right? It was just, hey, heads up, you want a little
Believe it or not, I was a little worried about that. I didn't want to get her fired.
Yeah.
So.
No, cool. Top two.
Mike Jerrick is back on air.
Yay.
Came back on Monday morning, 6 a.m. wearing a Phillies jacket to support his home team.
Well, you're like his total cheerleader.
I am. I love Mike Jerrick. I love what he does at the station. You know, he takes chances.
Mike,
he does crazy video
Just
stuff.
Let him know you watch this.
Man after my own heart.
Yes.
Yes.
We first reported that Mike was going away, getting some treatment.
Yes, he went down to the Carolinas. He got some treatment for depression, but he's back.
He's back, and not only is he happy to be back in Philly, wearing a Phillies jacket, right, but also giving a shout out to his co-anchor on his Facebook page, and of course all the loyal Philly viewers, which everybody knows.
He got a lot of support, which is great for an anchor to have, and you know, if you're suffering from depression, that's great to hear too. So.
Yeah, and he was away for 6 weeks, which I didn't realize. That was a pretty long time.
Yeah.
So welcome back. We hope you stay on course.
Right.
And that's our top two. Now top three.
So the third story this week, last week we did that great interview with the guys from KARK KLRT in Little Rock.
We had Mitch and Austin on talking about the success of Facebook Live during breaking news.
Yes, so right after that story aired, or went on Facebook, I got a little note from a guy at KATV. Ding! Like, hey, what about us?
Yes.
So Stephanie reached out to KATV and she set up an interview with...
Bada bing.
Bada bing.
Todd
Yakoubian.
Yep,
meteorologist, KATV, the ABC affiliate down there.
Well, thanks for having me. Great to be with you guys.
We like just showcasing what reporters are doing across the country, and we gave your competition a little love last week. So we wanted to give you some love because you were making big strides on social down in that market.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate in the fact that I got in on Twitter and on Facebook when it started at the very beginning, and so I was a loud voice at the very beginning.
What makes Little Rock so big and social?
Well, you know, it's a small town, still kind of has that small town feel where everybody kind of knows everybody, and social media kind of brings all that together. And the way I approach social media is that, you know, it's a two-way road. I want to interact. I'm not here's your forecast. If you're doing TV on social media, you're doing it wrong. And so I try to make that personal connection like we do here in the South, and I try to do it on Twitter and on Facebook.
I love that.
That's great. You guys had a huge a video takeoff. You had a video of a goose hugging a woman.
Like, how can we even say that?
I know. It got like 18 million views. How did that happen?
You know, things like that just capture the imagination of people. They want to share it with their friends, and it's those moments, I think, that really bring people into social media and get them excited about it. And, you know, hey, take a look at this.
When we talked yesterday, you had mentioned, like you said, that it's not a 9 to 5 or a 2 to 11 anymore. That consistency is key. But what I really like about your ability to sort of do weather and be a meteorologist on all these different platforms is seemingly your confidence and your laser focus on the viewers and your commitment to the viewers during weather. Can you speak a little bit to that, on how you stay so laser focused and not get distracted by what's going on with the competition?
Right. And, you know, I'm not doing this out of spite or competition or anything, but when there's weather going on, I can, you know, do Facebook Live, as you know, you can do it anywhere, but I've got an iMac here at home, and I'm in my home office here, and I've got a program here on my iMac. It's called Just Broadcaster, and it's a $10 a year subscription, something so cheap, but you have to have a Mac for it. But it's like having your own TV studio in your home office, and it helps. Yes, I mean, I can cover severe weather using the station weather computers. I can tap into those and do it all from home, and I could do it from my phone as well as everybody else does. But it has allowed me, to be there whenever there's severe weather or something that is, piques the interest of Arkansans. I can be here, got my mic on, turn the computer on, and boom, I'm live.
You're all set. So what tips would you have for people in other markets who want to do what you do?
You have to have a passion for what you do. That's the very beginning. You have to love it, and you have to understand that it's no longer a 9-to-5 job anymore. It's not an 8-hour-a-day job. There are days that are super easy, and there are days that are super hard. But your schedule is not according to what the TV station tells you. Your schedule is according to Mother Nature. And when people want to know the weather, you better be there or they will go somewhere else. Period.
I love your energy. I really feed on energy. I like how you're just being really honest about it. I don't think that there is any reporter out there that would say this is a 9-to-5, or producer or anybody in the business now saying this is a 9-to-5 or a job that ends when you clock out. If that's what you want to do, get out of this business. You're in the wrong profession, right? But if you have the kind of passion that Todd has, then you're going to succeed because you'll be willing to do anything to get the story and provide information.
Right, especially as a weatherman or a meteorologist.
Yeah. Todd, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Movers!
Woo-hoo! That's our fave. But this week it's more...
Raise the roof anymore? I don't think they do.
No.
I'm so old.
You're so old. I can't.
Oh.
I think you have to say, yes, queen. That's what people are saying now.
What that means.
That was a shout out to Marcy Jones in Phoenix. Her, and she is actually, really quickly before I go to movers, and you can include this or not.
Okay.
She did National Hug a Newscaster Day yesterday.
That was yesterday, yes.
Yeah, so we should talk about that real quickly, and we can maybe roll the video of her.
Okay.
She went live for 2 minutes to see how many hugs she could get at the airport, and it's actually brilliant TV because some people are like, get away from me. And other people, she just would hug them like this, fake hug, but then they finally caved and were like, God damn it, fine, I'll give you a hug.
That's very cool.
And it was very good. Nice. Anyway, she's all yes queen, so shout out to you. Anyway, movers, more like job alert. I have some job alerts.
That's the alert sign. Okay.
From Real Media Group's Job Catalyst program. These are people looking for their first or second jobs.
Nice.
So smaller markets 100 and below. I'll read some off to you. This list can be found on our website, realmediagroup.com. So we have markets like Lafayette, Amarillo, Texas, there's a bunch. Producers, There's a lot of producer openings too. And about 3 jobs open in Joplin, Missouri at KODE. Nice. So we can get you that information if you just send me an email, Stephanie@realmediagroup.com.
And those are good markets to start in. I know with Amarillo and with, what was the one before that, Lafayette, they all kind of move around until they got better, and then they end up at a bigger market. So those are good markets to start.
Great feeder markets, yes. So shoot me a line, and we can help you out. So a couple weeks ago, you might remember we spoke to the head of Sinclair's drone program. We got an email, and this week we're talking to the head of Tribune's drone program.
Yes, I spoke with the head of engineering at Tribune. He talked about what they're doing with drones in the Tribune-owned stations, and let's hear what he had to say.
Tribune now has drones in every one of your own stations, is that correct?
We have a drone in every station that has an active news product. So just purely the newsrooms.
So what's Tribune's focus, I guess? What's your plan on how you're going to use those?
Well, I think the motivation for this started fairly organically at the stations. We started to get videographers that had purchased their own drones and were amassing a lot of flight time and experience with local FAA and local law enforcement. So a lot of them, from a hobby standpoint, a fairly large number of the videographers and engineers were involved in flying their own drones, whether that be one of the Phantom series or the Inspire or one of the Unique lines. And we continued to get asked, can we use this on the air? Can we use this on the air? And we sort of resisted for a while. But the video that they were posting on their own personal YouTube pages and around really made it obvious that this was a tool that we needed to think about integrating. If they were successfully flying and shooting events as a recreational drone pilot, obviously we couldn't use it on the air, but they could post it on their Facebook page. That we really needed to take a look at this.
Are you leaving it up to the individual stations to decide how they're using the drones?
So we have had a number of conference calls, and the leading stations are the ones where the guys have been flying for quite some time. They know what the ground rules are. They know where to use them. You know, don't be stupid. Above all the rest of the rules, don't be stupid. Don't fly over people. Anytime it's airborne, consider that it's going to jettison a prop and fall. I think we want to weave it into every nook and cranny of our storytelling.
Right.
Does an airborne perspective further the story?
Sinclair has a pretty robust drone program. They have like a little training center. Do you guys talk to each other, you and other station groups, or you?
We talk to each other a lot, and there is we've got a Facebook Tribune UAV users group on Facebook. We're talking about best practices there. We're talking about the folks that are less experienced are asking the more experienced pilots for tips on a fairly regular basis.
So somebody isn't with one of the main station groups, and they wanted to get started with a drone at their station. They could get on your user group and get some tips and learn.
Absolutely, yeah, right. No question about it. And you know, you can't build hours without building hours. So buy them a drone. These things are $1,000. I mean, $1,000. That's you know, it's not the $5,000 that the Phantoms or the Inspires would bring it down. But at $1,000, and the other cool part about this is that the props are $9 a pair literally from Best Buy. So there's absolutely no reason to fly with questionable props, and props are one of the biggest problems of this. So if you've got questionable props, go to Best Buy. For $9, you can pick up 2. $18, you can replace all 4, and then go out in the wilderness, just where there's absolutely nobody, and get 20, 30 hours of flight time. Get the feel for it. Try to make a story about a corn stalk somewhere, and out where you're not going to hit anybody, and really get that flight time. You can teach them the rules, and you can teach them when it's safe to take off. You can teach them how to go live. You can teach them how to edit. But you can't really teach anybody how to fly with just, go out and fly.
So last question, where do you see drones going in the future? Say if you had a crystal ball like 5 to 10 years from now.
I think that drones are getting smarter, and I see them coming into every nook and cranny of our business. But I see it as just another tool. Sometimes an airborne perspective lends nothing to the story. You got to be down on the ground. It provides another dimension. I think that will it replace helicopters? That's what everybody seems to ask. Right. Likely not. Not in the 3, 4, 5 year plan.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you having us. Fly safe. Take care.
All right, so that's it for TVSpy this week.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it.
We're going to leave you this week with a little bit of sad news. XETV, the CW affiliate in San Diego, ceased its news operation on Friday.
Yeah, sad day for the San Diego market. We saw a lot of people on Facebook paying tribute to the station, saying they'll miss their friends, their newscast, people that have been there for a decade or two.
It's one less news voice in the market, which is always a sad day. They're gonna CW is gonna end up on KFMP, which CBS affiliate is gonna end up on the digital subchannel.
Right.
But we're gonna leave you with video of the news staffers who were working that night. They're all kind of hanging out of the anchor desks, saying what their best memories of the station were. So we're going to leave you with that.
Okay, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching,
my dad
everybody.
is watching. Thank you all.
Wait, we need the mic real quick. Thank you guys. We're going to roll the credits.
Do it, Nana.
First.
Oh, you cut away too soon.
Bye, everybody.